we're going to have our first speaker of the evening, and it's going to be candidate Lauren Scott from constituency number 24, who's going to come up and be the first one to address you for the evening. So I want you to sit back, relax, enjoy whatever you feel like doing. If you feel like jumping up and down and he says something great, just do it. You know what I mean? And we want you to be enthused. We want you to be excited because we will win the government. And you got to have the confidence that we will win the government, we will take the government, and we will hold the government. Okay? All right. All right.
Good evening, everybody. How's everybody doing this evening?
Don't embarrass me, Lord.
Well, for me, I find this to be a very big privilege to be the one to kick off this pep rally. And I wanted to start this pep rally off by sort of talking about the mayonnaise jar and 2 cups of coffee. Now, you see, this dates back to when I was in university. And when I was in university, I went to my philosophy course, and the first day, I'll never forget, the professor walked in, didn't say anything, picked up a mayonnaise jar from behind his desk, placed it on his desk, and took a box of golf balls and poured them into this mayonnaise jar. He then asked the class, "Is the jar full?" And we said, "Yes, it is." So he then went and took a box of pebbles and poured that into the mayonnaise jar with the golf balls. The pebbles filled the space left by the golf balls. He then asked us again, "Is this jar full?" We all laughed and said, "Yes, it is." So he then takes a box of sand and then takes that sand and pours that sand into that jar as well. The sand filling the space left by the pebbles. And he says, "Now, is this jar full?" We emphatically said, "Yes, it's full." Pulls 2 cups of coffee from underneath his desk and pours them into the jar. He then says, "This jar represents your life. The golf balls are those things that are important to you. God, family, children, your health, and your passions. And if everything else was lost and only they remained, your life would be full. The pebbles, they're the other important things. Your career, your house, your car, and everything other than that is just sand, just the small things that you don't really need to worry about. But if you pour the sand in the jar first, you will never have space for the golf balls and the pebbles." Now, what that means and how that translates to us is, let's not worry about the small stuff. Because if you worry about the small stuff, you'll never have time to do the important things or the things that are important to you. Now, I share that story because 24 is my mayonnaise jar. And the issues from the voters and from the residents, those are my golf balls. So Dunscombe Road, that's a golf ball. Tribe Road number 2, another golf ball. Those young men on Ordge Road, another golf ball. Coral Hill, Quarry Hill, Privateer Lane, all golf balls. But now the pebbles in my jar, are action. So when it came to Dunscombe Road and numerous residents let me know about the trucks from when they were building Rail Watch, how they wore and tore that road out. I reached out to the minister, and I can tell you tonight that Dunscombe Road is number 1 on the list to be repaved. That's a pebble. Tribe Road number 2. I was called out one Friday evening by a constituent telling me to come. There's been an accident at the junction of Tribe Road number 2 and South Shore Road. They explained to me that this Tribe Road entrance is such a safety concern that they are worried. I took that, I went to the minister again. He then personally came out to inspect it with his team. And once again, I can say that the solution is in the works. Another pebble. Now, those young men on Ordge Road. Those young men on Ordge Road, when I went canvassing with my canvassing partner. And we went out there, and despite our first impression with the bandanas and the baggy jeans, we stopped to talk to them. They're not on our canvassing list. Some of them don't even live in the constituency. But we stopped to talk to them anyway, and we soon realized that they were canvassing us as much as we were canvassing them. One of them was telling me how he wanted to aspire to be an architect. The other one sat there and verbally gave me a business plan for a company which I can only say falls directly in line with the blue economy that this government is about to embark on. The only thing that they lacked, it wasn't ambition, it wasn't determination, it was gainful employment. So what we did was we put them in contact with somebody that we felt could give them a job opportunity. And I can tell you today that all 10 of those gentlemen are gainfully employed throughout this island. Another pebble. So now I have my jar, which is 24. I've itemized my golf balls. I've shown you the pebbles. Now we're left with the sand, the small things. Now where does the small things come from? Where's that sand going to come from? And that's from the opposition. My father taught me, if you can't say anything nice, don't say anything at all. So block your ears. The sand that I'm talking about is when the opposition goes out and tells everybody that they're going to change the Constitution to have fixed term elections. That's sand. How is that going to get you employed? They're also going to pass legislation that allows for them to put a petition for a sitting MP. More sand. How is that going to pay your bills? For me, I believe that the opposition is so good at shoveling sand that they should work for Works and Engineering. There is the old adage, which I got from an old man around me, sorry Dad, that you shouldn't take sand to the beach. Madam Premier, please don't let Craig Cannonier bring sand to the house. Okay, the coffee is just that in this analogy. No matter how busy I get, because after election day, when the last vote is counted and it shows that I'm going to be the new MP for 24, I will take time out to have a cup of coffee with a friend. Now that friend that I'm talking about is former Premier Alex Scott. Could you please stand up? This is a man who has shown me how to stand strong for Bermudians. He has shown me that it's okay to stand up for what you believe in. This is a man that didn't do it for the accolades. No, keep standing, keep standing. He may not be able to stand for long or stand too strong now because his back's going out. But I want this man to stand because this is my best friend right here. But I also want to point out that standing strong for Bermudians is not just a slogan. The OBA wants to go out and talk about how they have youth and they're introducing youth into the parliamentary system. We've done that already. Could former Premier Dame Jennifer Smith please stand? The youngest senator, PLP, standing strong for Bermudians before it was our slogan. This is not a slogan, it is our way of life. And I want to point out one more person. The person that took what we did, what we do, and what we do best, and put it into words. Madam Premier, could you please stand? This is PLP in action. This is PLP standing strong. And what I want you guys to do, if you believe in standing strong for Bermudians, I want you to keep saying, PLP, 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 PLP. DJ, can bring my music in. PLP, PLP, PLP. Let's pass it. PLP, 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 PLP. Faster. PLP, 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 PLP. Get up, let's go, stand up for Bermuda. PLP, up, let's go everybody. Not everyone standing. Let's go. Party rock is in the house tonight. Everybody just have a good time. And we gon' thank you everybody, thank you. Everybody just have. Let's give a round of applause for Lawrence. Come on guys, let's help for Lawrence in 24. Come on.